Hello, everyone. I am Adam with Demiplane. Thank you for joining me for this week's development update and community Q&A session. We're going to jump right in. And as always, remember that you can ask questions. Should be plenty of time for questions today. We're going to run through the updates. The team is really heads down working on a variety of fun stuff right now. And I'm going to let you, I'm going to, peel the curtain back just a little bit on what that is here today. But as always, we'll talk latest updates. We've got some updates on everything that is currently being developed, upcoming, the Pathfinder Nexus Early Access Roadmap. Not going to be a lot of high-level changes that you're going to see there, but I'll get into a few details about exactly what the team is working on. And then we've got the next Nexus. That's a lot of NEXs going on there, but the next Nexus is kind of starting to ramp up, and we're going to have more details about that soon. And those questions, so if you have those, you can ask those now in chat. Just preface it with the word question, and I will get to as many as I can at the end. We have our magical robot. We really need to name our robot, I think, because in most of the stories, when the robot doesn't have a name and when it's treated, in a bad way, that's when they rebel. And so we definitely don't want our question bot to rebel and, go Skynet on us in any way. So if anyone has suggestions about the question bot's name in chat, we will entertain any of that feedback and see what we can do about naming our bot that collects questions for us and helps us manage those questions. All right, let's jump in. Latest updates. So current development, work in progress. We are working on bundles right now. So we've been talking about this for a little while. And one of the things that I shared last week is that bundles are a prerequisite for us being able to go live with adventure paths. And part of that, of course, is each adventure path has an individual product that is then kind of grouped into the full adventure path. So bundles are going to power that part, but they are also going to power what is going on with the rest of the content on Pathfinder Nexus. So you're going to see that there's going to be a rule books bundle, there's going to be a Lost Omens bundle, and there's going to be a standalone adventures bundle. So you can grab all of those all at one time. There will be a discount associated with each type of bundle there. We'll share more details on that soon. But then there also will naturally be an ultimate bundle where you can buy all of the things and unlock all of the things on Pathfinder Nexus. And so keep your ears open. I think most people's ears are open anyway. But keep an ear out is the better way to say that, for what is going to happen with the pricing details. Like I said, it's going to be a discount for each type of category. And then the intent is going to be that whenever you purchase within that category, it would unlock future discounts within that category. So any new products that come out, it would happen within that. So, and then, on deck is adventure paths. So once bundling is in place, the team is starting to work through adventure path content. And I believe at the moment, just, kind of as a heads up, we are going to be working on Abomination Vaults as the first one, because there is a collected volume of that is coming out a little bit later this month. And so that is likely to be the first target for us. Do not think that it's going to be ready by the street date later this month, but it's going to be close. So we're going to be pushing and seeing what we can do there. Either way, it will be available pretty quickly, and then we will be working through the rest of the adventure paths content. So that's what's going on with Pathfinder Nexus. On the content side of things and on some of the development for the platform. And then naturally, we are very heads down working on this character engine. I keep, talking about that we're kind of under the hood here. So there's not a ton that would be visible and would probably make sense to most of us, and I might include myself in that to some degree, out there with exactly what's going on with the character engine. But we are right now we are mapping data to the different class features, ancestry traits, etc. And we are parsing out the game elements. So we have game elements naturally. This has been a progression. We get the content digitized into the digital reader, and then once we have that in a digital format, we then build from there into getting it into game element form that goes into the game compendium, so the listings, primers, etc. And now there is another stair step in the process where we are adding a little more information to all of those game elements to make them usable in the character builder and on a digital character sheet down the road. So that process is we're very hot and heavy on that right now, and we'll have more as we're able to have some things that are pretty enough for us to share for you to get a peek into it. So upcoming, as I said, we've got the kind of the high level roadmap here still put out there for Pathfinder Nexus, and you can see that there today. And working on adventure paths are kind of the last leg of what's going on with content. We will be caught up at that point. One thing that I neglected to mention in the previous screen is Knights of Last Wall. And oh man, I'm still blanking on this adventure name. It is something about sundown. But somebody's going to help me in chat, I am sure. But there is another standalone adventure. So those are going to come out. I believe it's the 25th of May. Somebody might need to fact check me there. But when the street date, digital date for those is available, those will be ready to go. We've been looking at those and working through those, and so those are in a completed state, and we're just waiting on that release date to come there now. So all of that is coming together, and then the character management piece, we're really deep in development. And then incoming Nexus tool sets. So mentioned these last time that we have several that we have not announced yet. The intent behind what we're doing here with Demiplane and the Nexus part of the platform is it is a platform. It is a place where, all these great games that you enjoy to play out there, we believe that these phenomenal games deserve nice things. And so we are putting together these digital tools to use for a variety of great games out there. We have talked about World of Darkness, and we have talked about Free League. And that means that going into, just wanted to give a very brief sneak peek that Darkness is coming. And so this is actually our internal tool. So we are actually starting to put content together for World of Darkness. We will have more details on what that means in the coming weeks. But I wanted to give a quick tease and demonstrate to everyone out there that we are indeed working on World of Darkness content, and really, really loving how it is all coming together. It is, being able to be in the line at the supermarket and be able to pull up, what's going on with my Bruja clan is very, very indispensable. And I think everybody's going to love it. So I can't wait to get, early access out to people for the digital reader and the game compendium there. So that's all I'm going to tease for now, but more in the next several weeks. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And then finally, upcoming tonight, we've got our regular campaign session episode is not happening tonight. So this is our bye week, and the cast is going to, have some R&R tonight. But then we have our On the Air Tay after show that happens each month on the first Tuesday of the month. And Sam is going to be talking with Lauren. It is going to be great. So join us here tonight at, I almost said 8 p.m. because that's my time zone, but it's going to be 6 p.m. Pacific. So you do the time zone conversion on your end. But all of that is going to be happening tonight, and you can jump in, and just like you can ask me questions here during the dev update, you're going to be able to ask questions for Sam or Lauren and try to get them to spill beans and share things that they're not supposed to, try to, trip them up, or whatever you'd like to do tonight on the Arete. It's going to be a great show. Don't miss it. All right, let's jump over into questions. Let me find them somewhere. All right, I only have one question right now, so I'm going to answer this question. And if that's it, this might be the shortest one I have ever been able to do. And then I'm just going to hit the road and go find some lunch somewhere. But if you have questions, you can ask them now. Type the word question in front of them, and our robot will collect it. Oh, I see them coming in already. So, all right, here we go. Let's see. The kaboom with zeros for the Do we have even a vague idea of when World of Darkness will be accessible, even in simple form? This year, 6 months, less? So I believe that question probably came in before the last little part of the update right there. It is definitely going to be this year. It is going to be less than 6 months, and it's going to be really, really fun. So just a little bit, again, a peek behind the curtain. Our teams, we have a variety of teams that are working on things right now. And so we have a design team that is working out ahead and kind of scouting ahead and working through concepts and getting things to look, polished and great. We have literally world-class designers that work on our team. They are incredible, do great work. Then we have, what we call technomancers. So technomancers are, doing kind of the platform level development, and the technology team. And again, we've got a great group, incredible team that's working on things there. I've been so impressed in this last 6 months of how much ground we've covered, and love to see the level of quality that comes out of that. We also have a game content team that works on taking InDesign files and sometimes PDFs, if that's all that's available, from publishers, and digitizing that content and making it, translating it into a usable form for, HTML and what needs to show up on the internet. And so as all of that is happening, I get the privilege of being able to be kind of this last artist at the very end, where it's like, hey, let's put all the content into our internal system that's going to parse it, and then I get to make the header look special, and I get to put a blood splatter behind the header and all of that. And so getting to do that the last few days with vampire content has been a ton of fun, and I really can't wait for everyone to see the result out there, and really, really looking forward to what's going to happen with that. Again, I've teased too much there. We're not ready to share all the details, but we will share them soon. Phoenix D. Black, when can we expect some character builder early concept screenshots? I would say in the next few weeks. We'll see what we can do there. Telfer Dan, I feel like I know that guy. So Telfer Dan, hello, first of all. Good to speak to you in a strangely indirect way here. But what vampire clan are you, Adam? That is a great question, and I think that it is going to depend on the day of the week. But I would certainly say that what I have played the most in the past is Gangrel. I am very, I love the protean powers, shape changing, and all of that. So Gangrel definitely is what I've played the most. When I take the personality test, I am sure that there are times where it comes back as Bruja, and there are times that it comes back as Ventrue. So it's kind of like a Potter school thing or whatever. It's sometimes different depending on the test, but I definitely would say that Gangrel is what I enjoy playing the most. There's something very appealing about that for me. All right, GM for life. Will there be a map integration for running combat? So I'm going to think that that's probably a more generic platform-wide question, as far as Pathfinder Nexus, World of Darkness Nexus, anything else that we have there. And what I can say is that combat tracking is something that is absolutely on the roadmap. If we're talking about maps as in virtual tabletop, that's not a step that we are it's not currently planned on our roadmap. Now, things can absolutely change, and things change all the time. But as of right now, it's not something that is on our radar. We are really focused instead on delivering the best way to read and absorb and digest the content, and the best way to manage characters for these games. And so those are the two really big things that we are trying to focus on and make the best experience possible there. And then, can't say what the future holds necessarily, but at this point in time, it's not on the horizon and the current roadmap. The Antipodian D20. Sorry if I butchered that. Good day, Adam. 1:40 a.m. in Australia. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really need to go to bed, but saw that you were on and wanted to quickly drop in and say how much I'm enjoying the channel and Children of Erte. Cheers from down under. Thank you so much for sharing that. Please get to bed. A healthy 6 to 8 hours of sleep is essential for a good day, in my experience anyway. So hope you rest well this evening, and thanks for the kind words. And let's see, Classic Megan, I definitely know her. And so what are your thoughts on Demibot as a name for our magical aura? I'm a fan. If that is what we want to do, Demibot is definitely a good direction to go. Demibot, I like it. We can go with that. All right, one more so far. So if you have any more, squeeze those in quickly or otherwise. Like I said, I'm gonna go find some food somewhere. I'm starving. Risa Malima, which Pathfinder class would your favorite dinosaur be? Wow, this is getting really, really meta here. The problem is, as I have said before, my favorite dinosaur changes depending on my mood and probably even the seasons of my life that I'm in. So I am really on a Triceratops kick right now, and so we're going to go with Triceratops. And part of this is I'm a big fan of Dino Riders, which is a very old cartoon, but also one of the greatest toy sets that has ever been released. They don't make action figures and toys like that anymore, but it was incredible. And just thinking through. Sometimes this is what I do to relax. But sometimes I think through. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, wow, what it would be like if they did almost like a reboot of Ghostbusters. And of course, we've gotten to see that a couple of times. They've done that over the last, couple of decades. And I remember as a kid thinking the same thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because, back before the internet, I thought it was just gone after that show went off the air. And so one of the things that I've been doing recently is thinking through what would a Dino Riders RPG look like. And so I've been giving a lot of thought to a Triceratops, mount, but also, kind of vehicle, because it has, the stuff that it would be wearing in the armor and everything else. And so I would say that if we're going with Triceratops, the class would absolutely be fighter, and it would be something that would be very protection based, because, Triceratops are, they're not incredibly aggressive, but they just protect what's theirs. So I think it would be fighter. I could possibly argue like a champion, also, depending on perhaps how intelligent the dinosaur is, which of course, if we're talking about this, the dinosaur should just go on and be very intelligent. So yeah, I could see champion working there too. All right. I don't see any other questions that have come in. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me today. We're going to get back. First, I'm going to find the aforementioned food, and then we're going to get back to work, and we will have more next week. Thanks for joining. We'll talk to you then. Later, Gators.